What's up, YouTube? It's me, Arthur, aka That Indie Comics Guy. Today I want to talk about how to make money, make that money selling your creator-owned comic book. How to make money selling your creator-owned comic book. It's not an easy thing. Don't let the internet fool you. It is not something that's easy to do. Selling an original IP to a cold audience. It's not an easy thing to do. So, just want to have this discussion with you, talk to you about it, see what you think. Share what I know. I don't know everything, never pretend to be an expert, but I've been out here for the last 15, 20 years on the grind, selling comic books. Let me share what I know. Comic book conventions. That's the number one, right? You rent a table for what? $200, $300, $400, $500, depending on the size of the convention. And you sit there for 8 hours, hungry, have to pee, hoping to sell at least one comic book and a sea of fan art and cosplayers just running around charging people to take pictures with them, which that's a whole nother subject.
That should be illegal. You're just walking around the convention charging people to take pictures with you.
Can I do that? Maybe creators should do that. We don't have the bodies for it, so it is what it is. So this is the thing I've noticed a lot in the last 3-4 years. People go to comic book conventions. They're posting on Twitter. They're posting on Facebook and Lord knows where else.
I'm sold out. I'm sold out of comic books.
Yeah, but you didn't mention how many comic books you took. If you only took 10 to 20 issues, yeah, it's easy to sell out of that. If you can't sell 20 issues at a comic book convention over the course of 2 or 3 days, something's wrong. But how much money did you make? If you sold 10 issues at $5 each, what's that? $50? You sold 20, you made $100? Wow. The table alone costs you $300 to $400 for that weekend. Wow. The girl over there dressed as Harley Quinn just made that same amount of money having people take pictures with her in the last 30 minutes. Just saying. So how can you really make money at comic book conventions if you can't make it on your book? The girl over there is cosplaying. She's making money. That cosplayer is making money. And you know who else is making money? All the people in Artist Alley surrounding you that are doing fan art of Harley Quinn, of Batman, of Goku, of Demon Slayer, whatever the case may be. They're selling these prints for what, $10, $15 each? They're making a killing. And if you're a comic book artist and you're quick, you can make commission after commission after commission. People love original art. Now, as a writer, you know how I make all my money off at comic book conventions? Sketch cards. It's that simple. People love original art. Keep that in mind. Never said it had to be that great, but you can charge people $4 to $5 for a sketch card, and it can be a stick figure. It literally can be a stick figure. People will buy it. Now, the comic book, yeah. Some people may want it depending on the art and if you can sell them on yourself or the creation, because sometimes people are walking around, if you seem like a cool dude, they'll buy it. They don't care if it's garbage. They just think, hey, you're pretty cool, I want to support you. But without sketch cards or original artwork to sell, you're just nickel and diming those $5 comic books. Even if you up the price to $10, you're still going to be at a loss. You need something else. You need price points. High dollar items medium range, then your low tier, which I hate to say will be your comic book unless you have a graphic novel. Now, if you have multiple issues, bundle them. You got 3 or 4 issues, bundle those. If you have 3 or 4 issues and a mini poster, bundle that. You can increase your price points. Just saying. If you have the pages, I know a lot of artists are drawing digitally these days, but if you have the original comic book art from those pages, those have value too. Any writer out there, if you are not asking the artist for these pages and they're doing it the old fashioned way, you're doing yourself and your book a disservice. You paid for those pages. Have them, mail them to you. Offer to pay for shipping. They'll do it. They don't want all this art just sitting around collecting dust. Get your pages. That's all I'm saying. Now, crowdfunding is another way. And don't worry. There's more ways than crowdfunding and going to a comic book convention to make money. But crowdfunding is not for everyone. We all do not have friends and family and other creators that are just going to back it and it's funded. Sometimes you run out of friends, family, and fellow creators to back your book.
Where are the actual comic book readers? That's the $50 million question.
They're not backing these campaigns. Creators are backing each other. The the creator groups are backing each other. Because they want you to share the love. Share the love. When was the last time you seen a group discussion about any of these books on Kickstarter or Indiegogo? I'll wait. Nobody's talking about these books. They come and go. Which brings me to my next point. Personal websites. Unless you have the money to really invest in search engine optimization, nobody's going to your website. I hate to say, yeah, you might get, I got 2 or 3 views this week. Or I might have got 3 or 4 sales this month. Congratulations, but that is not going to get you to that next level when it comes to sales. It's not. Even online distribution. Like, I got it on Comixology, I got it on Drive-Thru, wherever the case may be. When was the last time you've seen anyone mention their sales data? I'll wait. They're not. Brings me back to the question. How to make money selling creator-owned comics. It's hard. It's hard. You cannot just rely on that unknown IP to make money. You can't. But if you're a hustler, and I say to people, get out there and hustle, this is what you need to do. Aside from the conventions, aside from crowdfunding, aside from digital sales, and aside from your own website, you're going to have to go to the coffee shops. What? Yes, go to coffee shops. A lot of the mom and pop stores are very supportive of local writers and artists. Asking you, sell your comic book there. You'll be surprised at the answer. A lot of them will say yes. Flea markets are a gold mine to sell creator-owned comics. Street markets, night markets, again, different outlets where you can stand out, where your book can stand out. You may have the only comic book there. That gives you an advantage. Flea markets, again. Art shows. Why aren't there more comic book creators at these art shows and art festivals? Some of these cities have an art festival every month. Why aren't the comic creators there? Open yourself in your mind, in your book, up to different markets. Novelty shops, hobby shops. There are a lot of places to sell your book. farmers markets, trying to get you to think outside of the box, outside of the little bitty comic book market space. Go outside of it. That's where you're going to create your fandom. That's where you're going to get your sales. Yeah, you can still do the comic book conventions and the crowdfunding, all of that. But we know what that is. We know what that is. I just want you to get outside of the box, get out there, and make money. You have to get off your butt and hustle. That's basically everything I'm saying right now. Get out there and hustle. Because if you're not, the next person is. The more you hustle, the more awareness. The more you hustle, the more people become aware of who you are, of your book, and they'll come out and support. They will. They will. But you have to get out there. And the last thing, and I've said it a million times, become an influencer within that space. I don't care if you're doing a podcast, a YouTube channel, Twitch, vlog, whatever the case may be. Create the following that you want.
Sometimes it will become more about you than the creation. Example, Eric July, EBS's, all those guys.
Nobody's talking about those books either. They're talking about the creator. The book is just a byproduct. Again, they can release a happy face sticker, people will buy it because they created a fan. They created a fan base to support whatever they release. You can do the same thing. I believe in you. I believe in you. Do you believe in magic? Anyway, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. I'll see you in the next video. I'm the Andy Comic Book Guy. I love you like a step cousin.